was it? Inner Meat Wallet. That's from the Bloodhound Gang song.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a hilarious.
I love
song.
the Bloodhound Gang.
Bloodhound. You actually love the Bloodhound Gang?
Yes. You ever watch the music videos?
They are terrible.
They're so good. They're so good.
Every song is like a G chord to an E minor with some half-assed beatboxing over it.
It's great. It's fucking great.
It's trash. That's why they faded into obscurity after 1.5 LPs.
Kiss Me Where It Smells Funny. It's great. All the songs.
Now they probably have drug problems.
Yep.
I loved what's the one like You and Me Baby Ain't Nothing But Mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discover. It's great. That music video, all those hot chicks, and they were dressed as monkeys, they're hopping around.
I did like that part where they're dressed as like marmosets hopping around the city.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. I didn't even notice there were women in that music video. I need to watch it.
And the Ballad of Chasey Lane. Dear Chasey Lane, I wrote to constrain. I'm your biggest fan. I just wanted to ask, can I eat your ass right back as soon as you can? It's great.
I never listened to that one.
You've had a lot of dick. I've had a lot of time. You've had a lot of... It's so good.
You know that kid, Jimmy Pop, the lead singer, was an intern on Howard Stern.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
It's true. They brought him in after he got famous, and he was a guest on the show after being an intern, which is sweet.
Cool.
It's pretty fucking toy. That's toy.
I'm a pretty big Stern fan. I stopped watching about a year ago, I guess. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the way the show goes now, but I love, like, older Stern. Like maybe
90s, the 2000s.
Yeah.
With Artie, basically.
Everything with Artie is very good. Even some of the old Jackie the Joke Man stuff is good. Anything where they've got like fucking whores and strippers and nonsense going on and like different kinds of weird games. When there's one where they have Beetlejuice getting his like pubes shaved by a porn star and he's like super awkward. Anything with Beetlejuice, honestly. Anything with a retarded person.
I'm one favorite.
I never liked the like even on like I've given Stern a chance. You know, I don't like the structure of it nearly as much as O&A, but like anytime there was an episode of O&A or of like the Stern I've seen, it's like, we got a porn star coming in, Robin, or whatever the hell. It'd be like, all right, skip. I don't care. It's gonna be, or like even on O&A, like all the comedians sitting around being funny, being horrible to each other, and then a porn star walks in, and then you got a bunch of simps like not being funny. UFC fighters and porn stars are the fucking worst guests on radio shows.
False.
The worst. If you
Howard
like
Stern,
UFC, then I totally understand. But yeah, they're just not funny.
I agree with you. UFC fighters are half retarded or not worth talking to. But Howard Stern in the 90s, the way he interviewed porn stars was so disrespectful and so Freudian. It would be all about who abused you. He would never take no for an answer. He'd come in at various angles, delay his attack, come back again, and basically she would leave in tears 9 times out of 10.
Well, I haven't seen that side.
That is good content.
That sounds like good content. I'll have to check that out. Kyle, send me a link later in the evening of one.
I got you. I have all of that bookmarked. It's great stuff. I love anal ring toss. I love all that stuff. Like the
there must be something
Olympics.
sticking out.
Are you dumber than a box of rocks? Like where they, and he would be like, "Oh, I hate to say this, but you did lose, so you have to say the." And she's like, "I'm dumber than a box of rocks." Thank you, ding ding ding. Like they're fucking deep throating kielbasa and swinging strap-ons to hit ping pong balls. That's good shit.
The day I fell in love with Stern. Oh, I'm sorry. You go, Edward.
I was just saying, anal ring toss doesn't sound awesome. They should play anal lawn darts. Like, that's the game I want to watch.
Oh, God.
It's not even a dildo dart. It's still just spiked.
Just go full Howard Dean. Just launch the fucking dart.
What we say, Danny?
I was just saying, the moment I fell in love with Stern, I remember it. I was working in a Vegas hotel, and I was humiliated and embarrassed and tired after a long shift. Put on my headphones, found a random clip. It was 30 minutes of Howard Stern abusing a fat woman who had called in for weight loss advice. And it's since been taken down by their producers, but it was the most genius piece of radio comedy I've ever heard. The whole thing is just, all right, listen to me, you fat pig. You're going to find yourself a high school. You're going to start walking around the track. Where do you live? Ohio? Imagine Ohio has its first earthquake. Fat ass. You're going to set off tremors in the earth. Just constant abuse. And it was unbelievable to me that it wasn't scripted. And that Howard Stern is long gone. And I feel like any radio performer can't. He was so on that day, and I fell in love with the show ever since then.
I like cruel, mean, harsh Stern. I like the really mean version of him. I don't care if you're interviewing Gwyneth Paltrow or Robert Downey Jr. I don't need that. I don't need to hear, oh, so do you still love Sarah Jessica Parker, Mr. Robert Downey Jr.? I don't fucking care if he still loves her. I don't fucking care about if he calls Matthew Broderick first and asks permission if he can have lunch with Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
I
want to hear about him killing this dude. Or how he killed those two people in the car that one time.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the most cocaine he ever did.
Wait,
in one
Robert Downey Jr. killed two people in a car?
Matthew Broderick killed a family in a car.
Yeah.
He got in a head-on collision, and I believe 2 women died, and he doesn't remember any of it.
Was he under the influence of anything, or was it just an accident?
I don't think so. Or at least they didn't prove he was under the influence of anything. And he didn't do any time at all, or he did maybe a week or something.
I think he should have if you get into a car accident like that.
I didn't mean it.
Not if he wasn't the
man won a Tony.
Well, then he's fine. He's fine. Then he can kill as many people as he wants.
Those dead people, I bet they can't fucking dance, sing, and act.
Was it Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Jenner that hit someone with their car?
That too.
It was Bruce.
It was Bruce. Yeah,
it was Bruce. That transition was a tactical maneuver.
Kevin Spacey learned from it, right?
Charge me if I legally change my name before the police arrive. He's just sprinting there, putting socks in his bra.
It was like Kobe Bryant changing his jersey number after he raped a chick.
Yeah,
you can't be held responsible.
Kevin Spacey changed his sexual orientation. He didn't commit to the bit, so he got in trouble. But if he had done a full-on sex change, it would have worked like Bruce Jenner.
That's true.
That's how the law works.
It was surprising how that did work. Like there were like real blue checks on Twitter who were like, not to say this excuses what Mr. Spacey did, but can we all admire how brave it is for him to come in? It's like, fuck you. He was sucking 13-year-olds' dicks and shit.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Wait, did he?
No,
do
he
that?
wasn't. Look,
I don't know what he did. I like to just exaggerate it because it really upsets Kyle.
It does, because I love Kevin Spacey.
Hey,
he did nothing wrong, and there's not a living witness today who will say he did.
Because I all
alive. And if there is, I dare him to speak now.
How did the kid die? Did he kill himself?
They all killed themselves.
2 shots to the back of the
because
head.
they were mad. They felt bad for lying on Kevin Spacey.
4 bullets to the brain, suicide.
Yeah.